Okay, now we're going to do some problem solving using a Revit file, and we got to pull the information out. We're going to do it by just reading the file and typing the information that we want into a spreadsheet. So that's one way to do it, one way to get the information out. And that's what we're going to do in this particular one. Specifically, we're going to find out if the foundation for this building is adequate to hold the building up on the soil that is provided. And then we're also going to determine cut volumes for the strip footings and stem walls. And we're going to estimate the cost of pouring the strip footings and stem walls. Okay, so it's a little bit of problem solving based on the information in this particular file. Analyze foundations. So the first thing that we have to do is from this file make our own version of it, and that's just so that you have it. You're not going to actually do any design or work in this thing, but make a copy of it and add your initials, and then let's review what's in here. There's a ton of stuff. So you can see that this is a small building on some sort of a building pad with some sort of a foundation and a floor and walls and windows and things like that. And there seems to be a top of stem wall, top of wall. There's a site existing and a site new. There's exterior envelope. Oh, look at these things. There's an existing 3D site. And here's a kind of a cool one. This is showing the actual construction. So we've got some sort of a floor system sitting on top of stem wall, sitting on top of strip footing. So that one sort of helps us figure that out. Here it is with the floor actually built up on it, a little bit easier to see maybe. Here it is with the exterior envelope sitting on top of it. There might be some sections. Here's a pad east-west. So what we can see is there's a building pad here of some size. And in the building pad there's a strip footing sitting on the ground, and somebody built then a stem wall and then filled in around it, and then there's some sort of a minor air gap or crawl space, and then there's the floor, and then there's some sort of a wall sitting on top of the floor. And that's the east-west, and here's the north-south, and it looks very much the same. Okay, so that gives you hopefully an idea, and we can do all sorts of things from this file to figure out what we want. Okay, so we've got a lot of views, we have some sections, and then we've got a structural foundation. So those are, see what those look like. Foundation, bearing footing, that's the strip footing. So these are all the pieces of strip footing. We have lengths, we have areas, we have widths, we have volumes. We have tons of cool stuff in here that we can use for information and data. Subdivision schedules, nothing really showing there. Topo solid schedules and wall schedules. Wall schedules seem to have, again, two different things. 6-inch masonry and EIFS on metal stud. Let's come back to here on floor on stem wall, and this is that. So the stem wall is the 6-inch masonry, and the strip footing is foundation wall bearing footing. So now I know if I've got to be talking about, strengths and surface areas and volumes and things like that, I know what to look at in these schedules. This tells me my width and length so that I can find out how much is pressing down. I'm not sure what that area means. Could be total area. I don't know. But I do know length times width is going to be the area pushing down on the ground. I know this volume in case I need to know how much cut and fill I've got for it. And in my wall schedule, I've got kind of the same thing, the areas. I've got some areas. Um, so I might need to come back in and do some more work here. Okay, so at this point, I know what's available, what information I can get. I can get some from my schedules. I can go look at the drawings and click, click, click and find dimensions. I've got lots of things that I can do. And then, of course, I can make myself a spreadsheet to put my information into. So that's step one of this analyze foundations, and that's figure out what you got and then just create a spreadsheet and we'll start filling that out next.